No charges will be filed against the family members of the 3 Suwannee County children who died after being trapped in a freezer. TV 20's David Jones is here to tell us why the investigation is over.
There was about a 40-minute time period between the children going missing and family members calling 911 for help. Today's decision by the state attorney marks the end of the investigation into the tragic deaths. Nearly 2 weeks after 3 Suwannee County children suffocated in a freezer, the state attorney's office announced it will not file charges against any family members. The children, ages 1.5, 4, and 6, were at the home of the grandmother of 2 of the kids when they went unsupervised for at least 10 minutes. Family members called 911 and tried to perform CPR when they found them.
And you could tell, from the franticness in their voice, that they was, really scared and was working their due diligence to try to revive the children.
Friday's letter from the state attorney to Sheriff St. John explained there just wasn't enough evidence to warrant criminal charges.
We covered all our bases. And naturally, something of this severity, I made sure that we'd done everything that we could do, to make sure we uncovered anything that may have been amiss. And this was the outcome.
I talked to the sheriff about a state statute that exists to prohibit keeping abandoned machines or compartments with airtight lids on your property. He said that still wasn't enough to establish neglect in this case because the freezer had only been outside a couple days.
We could prove that they had been there maybe 2 or 3 days, and their intent was to take it inside the house and use it. Now she just took it inside because she just needed some help to pick it up and put it inside the house.
The letter also said the kids played in the yard often and that neither of the family members was under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time.
It is a fine line, and from our investigation, it was determined that there was some neglect there, but it just didn't meet the criminal element.
The criminal element the sheriff is referring to is called culpable negligence. So while in that letter, the state attorney says there was some negligence, he points out it wasn't reckless or purposeful enough to be considered criminal. Reporting in studio, David Jones, TV 20 News.